Hi, now we will see how to create a segment. What is segment? A segment here refers to a distinct part of business, typically aligned with internal management structures like product lines, geographical regions, or customer groups. A segment in business can be created based on the product lines for internal management reports. What actually is product lines? Suppose we have a furniture segment, electronic segment, and pharmaceutical segment. For these all types of segments, we'll create a separate segment for each type of product line. In furniture segment, we could have tables, chairs, which are made of wood or iron. In electronic segment, we could have some products like laptops, printers, mouse, keyboards, everything which is electronically handled. And in pharmaceutical segment, we can have all the medicines or the chemicals which is produced for healthcare industry. All the products which are related to pharmaceutical segment will come under pharmaceutical segment. So now we will see how to create a segment in SAP. Go to SAP logon. From SAP Easy Access screen, type the transaction code SPRO in command bar and click enter. Click on SAP reference IMG and then go to enterprise structure. Under enterprise structure, go to definition and financial accounting and define segment. Here you have define segment field. Execute this. Here click on new entries. Here if you see, there are so many segments which have already been created. So now we will create our own segments. Click on new entries. Here I'll give furniture 222 and I'll give here furniture 222 and one I'll create another segment for electronics. Electronics 222. Here give the full name in description, electronics 222 and then click enter. After clicking enter, click on save. Just see that your transaction request, TR request is there, transport request, TR, this is called TR, which is called transport request. If you don't find your transport request which is already been created, click on own request. Here you can see all the transport requests which are there in the server. Out of this, select your transport request. I have created 222 Tata Tech for this company code. Double click on this. It will get extracted to this pop-up and then click on continue. Now the data is saved. Furniture and electronics got saved. Go back and here you can see your electronic segment and furniture segment which we have just created. And now go back, again go back to SAP Easy Access screen. Now we will see what is the next configuration we need to do. And next configuration we need to do is company creation. In SAP, a company can have multiple company codes. For example, if an organization have operations in different countries, each country could have its own company code and all these company codes would report to a company. The company includes entities like company codes, Each company code represents business operations in different countries. For example, if you run a multinational company with operations in both the US and India, you should have one company code representing the entire group and two company codes. What are the company codes? One company code for the US operations and one company code for the Indian operations. Each company code will maintain its own accounting records, but can consolidate information at the company level for global financial reporting. In simple words, company is a parent company and company codes are sister companies. Now we will create a company. Go to SAP. From SAP, in SAP Easy Access, type the transaction code SPRO and click enter. Click on SAP reference IMG. Go to enterprise structure. In enterprise structure, under definition, go to financial accounting, and here you find an option called define company. Execute this and then click on new entries. Here give the name of your company. It is the name of the company. I'll give the name like 222 so that it would be easy for us to recognize. And in name of the company to here also give 222 and then select the country as IN. This is for India. And language key I'll give English. Currency will be INR. You can give the street address and PO box if you require. And then click on save. And then click on continue to save the transport request. Now we can see that company 222 is created. And now go back. Now we can see that our company code is created as 222. I'll give the name. Here we can even configure and edit the name for our company code, that is Tata Tech. I'll give here Tata Tech, and name of company 2 also give as Tata Tech. And click on save. Data is saved. And now we need to assign company to company code. Here we will assign the company codes to the company so the system can identify the enterprise units and currencies for consolidated reporting. To assign, from display IMG screen, go to enterprise structure and go to assignment. Next will be financial accounting. Under financial accounting, we'll have the option called assign company code to company. Execute this. Click on position. Give your company code 222 and click on continue. Here give the company name also as 222. We have created company as well as company code in the same name. And now we are linking this both. Click on save. Click on continue. Now the data will be saved. And next is fiscal year variant. What is fiscal year variant? Financial year is called as fiscal year in SAP. What is financial year? For every country, government has provided to report to the government about their incomes and losses for a period of time. Which period? That will be 1 year. Whether it might be from January to December or April to March or June to July, it might vary based on the countries. In India, it is April to March. In America, it is January to December. So this is called as financial year. In SAP, months are called as posting periods. January, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Every month is called as posting period. And the fiscal year variant contains the number of posting periods in the fiscal year and the number of special periods. Special periods are used for making adjustment entries. You can define a maximum of 16 posting periods for each fiscal year and 12 posting periods for the 12 months each, and maximum of 4 posting periods for making the adjustments. And a fiscal year is divided into posting periods. Each posting period is defined by a start date and end date according to the days in a month. Suppose January have 30 days, 31 days, and February has 29 days. Like this, each posting period we need to define how many days are there in the posting period in a month. Posting period is month is called as posting period. In addition to the posting periods, you can define special periods for the year-end closing. What is special periods? We'll understand. 12 months are there, so in a year we have 12 months. So 12 months are 12 posting periods. And what is special periods? Special periods, there are maximum of 4 which we can define in SAP. We can define 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, maximum 4. In SAP, we can additionally maintain 4 special periods to meet year-end closing activities of the business. These are virtual periods, and any postings done using these special periods will get updated to the last period of your fiscal year variant. Fiscal year will be based on maximum number of posting periods or months falling under which year. Now we will configure fiscal year variant. Go to SAP and go to display IMG screen. In display IMG screen, first go to financial accounting. In financial accounting, go to financial accounting global settings. Go to ledgers. In ledgers, go to fiscal year and posting periods. And here we have maintain fiscal year variant. Execute this, maintain fiscal year variant. Here we can click on new entries to create a new fiscal year variant for our company code. Click on new entries. Here we can give only 2 characters, so I'll give 22. Before giving the fiscal year variant code here, 22, once check that this number is not been already created in the system. First we will check whether this number is not there. Click on exit and click escape. Click yes, and now go back. Here we need to find that 22 is not there. If it is there, we cannot create. So 22 is there already, so we cannot create 22. We need to select another name. So we'll select 2T. Click on new entries. Give the fiscal year variant as 2T. and description give as 222 April to March. Why we are giving April to March? Because for Indian companies, financial year is April to March. If your financial year for company code is January to December as per the country rules and regulations, select this box. If it is a calendar year means where the fiscal year starts from January and ends in December. If the fiscal year is less than 12 months, why the fiscal year will be less than 12 months? Suppose on that year itself you have migrated your companies in between the year, so the fiscal year will not be from April to March, it will be less than 12 months. Or if you have started a business in the middle of the year, suppose we say in July we have started the business, so here fiscal year will not be the entire 12 months. Fiscal year will be starting for 2025 only from July till next year 2026 of March. At that time select year dependent, and number of posting periods is 12 because the number of months in a year is 12 as per the fiscal year, and number of special periods will be 4. These special periods are used for adjustments. After giving number of special periods, just click enter. This line will get activated and it gets saved. Select this line and double click on periods. Here click on new entries. In this configuration, we will be giving the number of days in a month. So our fiscal year will be starting in April, so the month is 4th. And how many days in a month in April is 30. And period means where the fiscal year starts. This is the first posting period in this fiscal year, so we need to give 1. Year shift. What is year shift? That means if we get the months from the previous year or from the next year, we need to mention it here. Because April is already in 2025, there is no need of getting this month from next year or the previous year. So I'll give 0. And in the next line, for May, April is for 4th and May is for 5th month. And how many days in May? There are 31 days. This is the second posting period in this fiscal year, and give year shift 0. And the next month will be 6. And for June, there are 30 days. The posting period is 3. Year shift will be 0. And the next month is 7. In July month, we have 31 days. And period will be 4. And year shift will be 0. Scroll down. Give the next month as 8. And period will be 31. Days will be 31. Period will be 5. Year shift will be 0. 9th month in the next line. For 9th month, give 30 days. Period will be 6. Year shift will be 0. 10th month, we have 31 days. Period will be 7. Year shift will be 0. Scroll down. And for 11th month, 30 days. Period will be 8. Year shift will be 0. 12th month, December, 31 days. 9th posting period, year shift will be 0. And here, the 13th month, like the next posting period, the next month of the next year, from 2026, we are taking January. So for January, we have 31 days, and period will be, this will be the 10th period in financial year, and year shift will be -1 because we are taking the month from the next year, from 2026 to 2025. Scroll down. Here give month 2. This is February of 2026. Days will be 29 days in February. Period will be 11. Year shift will be -1. This month is also taken from the next year. In the same way, March is also taken from the next year. Period will be 12th period and -1. And click on Save. Save option will be in the right bottom of your screen. So now the periods are saved. Now we need to give the period texts. Now we have given the month and the period. For this period, what is the period name? Double click on period text in the left top of your screen in this dialog structure box. And click on new entries. Language will be EN, English. Period will be first period and short text will be April. Long text will be April. Again, give the language as EN. Second period, the month name is May. For the third period, it is June. And for the fourth period, it is July. For the fifth period, August. Scroll down. After giving the August, give the English, language English. Period will be sixth period. This will be September. For the seventh period, it is October. In the same way, give the names for all the periods. After October, give November. For the ninth period, give as December. And scroll down. In the next line, give the 10th period. It is January. This is from next year. But if you see, this doesn't come the period number 1. It is 10th period because it is continuing. Our financial year is April to March for Indian companies. And 11th period will be February. And the 12th period will be March. After giving the text for every posting period, click on Save. Now we have done the configurations for creation of fiscal year variants. Now we need to assign this fiscal year variant to the company code. Go back to assign. Again click on back. Again go back. Again go back. Now we will be coming into display IMG screen. In the same menu path, just below the maintain fiscal year variant, the second option is assign company code to fiscal year variant. Execute this and click on position. Give the company code 222 and click enter. Fiscal year variant as we have created. If you click on search and scroll down, find the name 2T which we have created just now. Double click on this and click on save. Now this fiscal year variant will get linked to our company code 222. Now we need to do the another configurations for posting periods. That means the months in a fiscal year. To do that, go back. Here in display IMG screen, go to financial accounting. Under financial accounting, go to financial accounting global settings. Further, go to ledgers. In ledgers, we'll have fiscal year and posting periods. Here, under posting periods, we have define variants for open posting periods. Execute this. Define variants for open posting periods. Now we will see what is posting period and how it is used. Posting periods. In SAP, posting periods are used to control when should the accounting entries to be posted in the system. Posting periods define the time frame for recording financial transactions, ensuring that entries are posted in the correct month. Posting period represent the individual posting periods, such as months or specific time frames within a fiscal year. Typically, there are 12 posting periods for each month, but this can vary based on fiscal year variant setup. Example 13 or more periods. The posting periods are linked to specific start and end dates. In simple words, the posting periods are the months in fiscal year variant, in financial year. So, whenever the posting period is open, suppose the month of January is open, only the users can post the transactions into January month only. If they give the posting date as the February month, system will not accept, because only the posting period month of January is open. Through this configuration, we can ensure that there are no errors, so that all the posting periods related to that month will get posted to the respective month. Now we will do the configuration in SAP. Now we'll go into SAP. In SAP, I have already shown you the path, and if you want to see the T code, in the top right of your screen, click on this A4H1100, which is a system. Here select transaction. Here you can see the transaction code if you select the transaction. Because it is not configured to show here, it is not showing. But if we go back to the display IMG screen, go to financial accounting. In financial accounting, go to financial accounting global settings and into ledgers, further into fiscal year and posting periods and posting periods. Here, if you click on additional information in the top of your screen, you can see the additional information tab. Here click expand the field display key and click on maintenance object. If you just expand this field, you can see that for define variants for open posting periods, the T code is OBBO. The last 4 letters, that is OBBO. This is the transaction code. If you can't find it here in the top of the screen, you can go to display IMG screen and activate the maintenance object so that you can see the transaction code here. Going to define variants for open posting periods. Here click on new entries. I'll give the variant name as 222 and name will be 222 posting period variant. After giving this description, click on save and continue to save the transport request. Now we have created the variant for posting period. Now we need to assign this variant to the company code. To assign that, go to display IMG screen. In the same menu path, we have assign variants to company code. Just below define variants for open posting periods. The transaction code for this is OBBP. Execute this. Click on position. Give the company code 222. Click on continue. Here, search the variant which we have just created, that is 222. Here we have 222, that is 222 posting period variant. Double click on this and click on save and continue. Now the data was saved. The company code and fiscal year variant is been linked. Now go back, and now we will see how to open and close the posting period. The T code for this is OB52. In this system it is not specified here, but the T code for this open and close posting periods is OB52. Execute this. Give the posting period variant. We have just created 222. Double click on this and click on apply. Now we will see what is open and close posting periods. Open and close posting periods. We define number of posting periods in your fiscal year variants. You can open and close these posting periods for posting. As many periods as you require can be open for posting simultaneously. If we want to open even 2 months, January as well as February, we can open for 2 months. Even if we can open for total year also, or else we can open for 1 month also. Usually only the current posting period is open for posting. All other posting periods are closed. This is the common practice which will be going on in the real-time basis in the organizations. At the end of this posting period, the period is closed and the next posting period is opened. So now we will configure open and close posting periods. Go to SAP Easy Access, SAP screen, SAP logon. This is where we are already in posting periods. So now click on new entries. Here, this is account type. If you see the first column, this is account type. If you see the recommendations, there are SAP given some of the account types. Plus is valid for all account types, A is valid for assets, and D is for customers, K is for vendors, M is for materials, S is for GL accounts, V is for contract accounts. So for this account types like plus A, D, K, M, S, V, that means we will open and close the posting periods for these types of accounts. And the plus account type is something special where if you want to close the posting period for all GL accounts, customer accounts and vendor accounts, you would configure the posting periods and specify account type plus to ensure that no transactions can be posted in any of these account types during the closed period. Account type plus is a shorthand way of applying posting period control rules to all account types, example asset, liability, customer and vendor, without needing to specify each type individually. So account type plus is not a standard account type, but rather a configuration setting that represents all account types when configuring period control. In certain scenarios, you might want to allow or disallow transactions for multiple account types at once, rather than configuring each type separately. And assets A, which is used for all the accounts which are related to assets, and D for customers, and K for vendors, and M for materials, and S for GL accounts. So we will configure now. Select the plus account type, and from account and to account give nothing. From period I'll select 1, 2, and year I'll select 2025. To period, this is the end of the fiscal year. We can give 1. If we give 1 from period 1 to period 1, it means that only first posting period is open. I am giving 1 to 12 so that we can post in any of the month in this fiscal year. And this is 2 year. Give 2025. From period 2. This is for posting periods, special posting periods. Give the year as 2025, and to period give 16, as we have mentioned 4 special periods in the previous configurations, and in the year give 2025. This is for account type plus, and next account type will be assets. Select assets, and in the to account give ZZZ, so that all the accounts which are named from A or 0 or 1, from any type of account till the name of ZZZ, all the accounts will be opened for the total year 2025, and give the same 12, and 2 year give 2025. From period 13, here also same 2025, and 16 and 2025. And the next account type is customers, that is D. Give the same ZZZ, and next give period 1 to 2025 to period 12 2025. This is for posting special periods. I'll open the special periods also. Give the same, and next line is for vendors account type. Give the name to account ZZZ from 2020, from first period of 2025 to 12th period of 2025. Give the same configurations for all the account types. In the next line, I'll select materials, from period 2025 to 12th period 2025. And the next account type is GL accounts. Give ZZZ, and 1 in 2025, 12 2025, 13 2025, 16 2025. And the next account type is V, that is contract accounts. This is newly introduced module in SAP. Previously it was not there. Give the same posting periods as above. To open all the posting periods, after giving everything, click on save. So for posting, for account type V, it is asking not to specify anything, and don't specify anything, and click enter, and click on save. So this is how the screen looks like after giving the configurations for all the account types, for plus A, D, K, MS and V. This is all about posting periods. How to open and end how to open and end posting periods. The transaction code for this is OB52. In the top of the screen, in the right top of your screen, we can see the transaction code OB52. Go back after saving, and now we need to do the another configuration. What is another configuration? That is field status variant. What is field status variant? Field status controls which data fields a user needs to fill in when entering a transaction. That means the field status controls all the fields which the user is entering in the transaction, whether it should be optional or required or under hidden. If it is required, without entering that field, the user cannot go further to post the transaction or to the next steps in the document. So field status variant defines the rules for how fields in financial documents should behave when users are posting data, such as which fields are required, optional, or hidden in transaction screens. Field status variants use field status groups to specify which fields are ready for input, which fields must be filled, or which fields are suppressed when entering postings. So field status variant is like a bag, and field status groups are like objects in the bag. So field status groups are assigned to the GL accounts. Whenever we create a GL account, we will select a field status group based on the GL account. If it is a bank account, we need to select the field status group which is related to bank. If it is a reconciliation account, we need to select the reconciliation account. If it is an expense, select the expense field status group, or if it is an income, select the revenue field status group. By this we can conclude that all the GL accounts which are created based on its nature, we need to assign the field status group for each type of account. We will configure this configuration of field status variant in SAP. We'll dive into SAP. Here, in display IMG screen, go to financial accounting. Under financial accounting, go to financial accounting global settings. Go to ledgers. In ledgers, we have fields. In fields, we have an option called define field status variant. The transaction code for this field status variant is OBC4. In additional information, we can see that. Now, for define field status variant, click on execute. In this field status variant, SAP have given us one field status variant which is 0001. We can copy this and change the name, because for each and every field there is no need of creation. We can copy it directly by 0001. Select this 0001 field status variant and click on copy as. Here you have the copy as option in the top of the screen, left top. The shortcut for this copy as is F6. Click on this copy as and change the name. I'll give the field status variant name is also, I'll give like 222, and I'll give 222 name for this is 222 field status variant. After giving the name, just click enter. System will ask whether copy one entry, only copy the entry. Just click on copy all. And now you can see that number of dependent entries copied. 45 groups have been copied from this variant. Just click on continue. And now we can see that in this field status variant screen, 222 is been created. If you want to see the groups, what are the groups, select 222 and click on field status groups in dialog structure pane. Here we can see all the groups. Suppose if we use G001, this can be used for general, for any type of account. Commonly this will be used for expenses. And G004 is for cost accounts. G005 is for GL bank accounts. And if you scroll down, we have G029 for revenue accounts, and G067 will be for reconciliation accounts. So these are all the types of field status groups. So whenever we create the GL accounts of these types, we need to assign this type of field status group. If you go into the G001, just double click on that G001. Here we'll have general data segment again, and additional account assignments, material management, payment transactions, asset accounting, taxes, foreign payments, consolidation, real estate management, financial asset management. We'll go into the first option, that is general data. Double click on the general data. You will be redirected to the screen where here we can alter how this field should be controlled in the document. Suppose one SAP user is posting a transaction of an expense. So in the document, while he is entering, he'll select the vendor account to which person he is paying the amount as an expense, and he needs to give the amount. So under that amount, the text field will also be there. So what is text? This is just like narration in accounting. We need to give the text explanation for this. What type of expense it is, who have incurred, on which date it has incurred. As per the company's requirements, we can modify it. This is just like a notes to document. So if we select optional entry, even the user gives the text or not, system will accept. If it is under required entry, the system will not proceed further if the user doesn't give the text field. If he doesn't type anything in the text field, system will not accept to post the transaction and go further. So I'm making it to optional so that we can go further and post the transaction even if the text field is not filled up in the document. So this is all about the explanation of field status groups. Now go back. We'll also see the account assignments, the second group. In the field status group, we have like these many types of groups. We have went into general data. Now we'll go into additional account assignments. So here if we see the cost center, we'll be mostly using in FICO, cost center we'll be using. So we'll focus on cost center. This is used by all the modules. Plant, commitment management, commitment item, network, personal number, sales order. These are all related to other modules. But we are concerned only about cost center because we are in FICO. So here, if we make this field as optional, even if we give the cost center or not, system will accept. If it is under suppress, that means system will not even show the cost center field to enter also, or to type, or to edit it. There will be no field called as cost center. So don't change anything. Here if you see, there are more items in additional account assignments. This is just the page number 1. If you click on next page, the next additional accounts assignments will go. You can see the next additional account assignments in the page 2. If we click on next page, this is the third page and this is the fourth page. So I'm going back. So even business area is also used in FICO. Even profit center is used, business area is used, and in this functional area will be used, segment will be used in FICO, and all other fields are related to other modules. Go back. So this is all about how we can control the field status groups, field status variant. So field status variant is 222 and field status groups are the parts in field status variant. Again, in field status variant, we have so many groups like general data, additional account assignment, material management, asset accounting, payment transaction, taxes. These are all the subgroups in field status group. Go back. So now we have created a field status variant, and the next step is to assign this field status variant to company code. Go back, click on save, click on continue. Now the 222 field status variant is saved. In the previous step, we have just copied and seen what are the copied entries. Now we have saved it. Go back. Now we will assign this field status variant. Just below the define field status variant, there is another option for assigning the company code to field status variants. The transaction code is OBC5. Execute this. Assign company code to field status variants. Click on position. Give the company code 222 and continue. Here we can see the company code 222 is there. Field status variant. Assign the field status variant which we have just created as 222. Here it is. Double click on this and click on save. Click on continue. The data is saved. Now the field status variant is linked to the company code. Now we will see the document type. What is document type? The document type is used to classify accounting documents and differentiate between business transactions to be posted. There are several document types which has been given by SAP in standard system. There are some examples which I have mentioned on the screen. One is KR, that is for vendor invoice. KZ is used for vendor outgoing payments. KG is used for vendor credit memo. DR is used for customer invoice. DZ is used for customer incoming payment. DG is used for customer credit memo. AA is used for asset accounting. Now we will understand what is document type. In SAP, document types are used to categorize and identify different kinds of financial transactions. Each document type corresponds to a specific kind of business event or transaction, such as an invoice, payment, or journal entry. Document types are important for distinguishing between the various types of documents and for ensuring the correct accounting document. Document types classify different kinds of transactions, and each document type has a unique code that helps the system recognize how to process and post the related financial entry. Using the correct document type ensures proper accounting, tracking, and reporting, making it easier to manage financial transactions. In simple words, document types are used to differentiate between business transactions to be posted. I will tell you an example, a simple example in our daily life. Suppose I went to a gents tailor to get my clothes stitched. So I given him to stitch a pant and a shirt. So he takes an order for stitching my pant and shirt. Suppose when he takes the measurements of the shirt, he will take the measurements and opens a book called as KR. For example, I am telling you KR. In this example, take it as KR. So all the shirts orders will get into KR document. And for each type of cloth he stitch, he maintains a separate books for it. And the name of the book will be, the code for the book will be KR, KZ, KG, DR, DZ, like that. So in the same way, whenever we post the transaction in SAP for vendor invoice or the customer invoice or for asset accounting, documents used will be differing, because to classify the accounting documents, so that whenever we need the reports, we just need a document type to see all the vendor invoices. Now we will see how the document type works. So we have KR, KZ, DR, DZ. These are all the document types. Means in this book, all the KR invoice documents will be there, and in KZ, all the document types related to KZ will be there. So for each document type, there is a number range. So the book number range will be 19 for KR. This is standardly given. This is standard number given by SAP. We can change the number as per the business requirements and also the document type. These are the standard settings. KR, KZ, DR, DZ, and 19 is for KR. So for each document type, there is a number range, number for that book, that is 19. And for each number range, there will be number ranges intervals. That is, suppose we say 500 to 599, I can post. That means 100 documents from 500 to 599 can be posted in the document type KR. This is called number range interval, and number range is 19 and the document type is KR. In the same way, we have so many document types. The popular document types are like KR is for vendor invoice, KG is for vendor credit memo, KZ is for vendor payments, KA is for vendor documents, and SA is for GL account document, X2 is for sample documents, X1 is for recurring documents, WE is for goods receipt, WA is for goods issue, UV is for universal documents, and SU is for clearing documents. AA document type is for asset posting. DA document type is used for customer documents. DZ is used for customer payments. DG is for customer credit memo. DR is for customer invoice. And CO is for costing. And CA is for secondary cost. AS is for controlling, and the document type AF is used for depreciation posting. This is also AF, which is used for depreciation posting, and AB is used for accounting document.